Good evening, everyone. Myself Harshvardhan Yadav, and I am an assistant professor at Government Law College Ujjain. I am also a research scholar at School of Legal Studies, Vikram University. Uh, Today, I am here to discuss a few of my thoughts on the occasion when the world is celebrating the International Disability Day. Now, because my PhD on which I am carrying out my research is also in reference to the person with disability right, where I am advocating how the person with disability, when they see the intellectual property law regime, so whether that intellectual property law regime actually internalizing the interest of person with disability or putting the person with disability at the marginalized area. Now, before discussing the different ideas in respect of this, I just wanted to quote few things which are very necessary in order to understand as to why I am arguing in behalf of person with disability, especially in reference to intellectual property law, and that is also in the Indian context. Now, when we I have just for the enlightenment, I just read the preamble of India, what it says for we the people of India, and I also made certain points which are very necessary to keep in mind when we advocating the rights of person with disability. I am reading the preamble, and I also will include certain things. Like the preamble of India reads as "We the people of India." Now, this phrase "We the people of India" also include the person with disability, because they are also a part of "We the people of India." Now, when further, if we elaborate on preamble, it says that it secure the justice for all the citizen, and that justice includes socio-economic and the political justice. And it also talk about the liberty of thought, the liberty of expression, belief, faith and worship, and the equality of the status and the opportunity. Now, my point is that when the person with disability, which is also included in the phrase "We the people of India," and the constitution also ensure their socio-economic and political justice and their liberty of thought, expression and belief and worship, and also the equality in the status, when the preamble is making certain obligation on the government and also on the we the people of India, meaning thereby, if you read the part 4th of the Indian Constitution, wherein the directive principle of state policy has been provided under the Constitution, in which Article 41, if you read the Article 41, which says that it shall be the duty of the state within its economic capacity and development to make the effective provision for the person with disability, meaning thereby the state need to provide within its limited resources the assistance to person with disability. Now I am specifying certain things which very necessary from the perspective of person with disability. When we talk about IPR, the term intellectual property. Now, intellectual property means, intellect means something which is related to intellectual, that is something related to idea or the expression of the idea, which got protection because of the economic incentive which it has within its corpus. That's why we say it as the intellectual property. Now, when we talk about intellectual property, there are various categories of intellectual property. Like we have the copyright, we have the patent, we have the trademark, we have the design, and we have the other sets of IPR. Now, majorly we'll be focusing as to how, when we see the person with disabilities perspective, these laws, whether they are discriminatory or not discriminatory. Especially when we talk about, it is a well it is a very less explored area in respect, because a amendment was done in copyright for a person with disability in 2012 in reference to Marrakesh Treaty. However, when we talk about the patent regime, patent law, the Indian Patent Act 1970, in which what I have surprisingly found that one of the section of the Patent Act which says, I just read for the more elaboration, section 3 of Patent Act, which specifically provide that what are not inventions, because patent always granted on the inventions. Now this section especially prohibited that on which invention cannot be considered as an invention for the purpose of patent under this act. Now section 3 says what are not inventions, in which it says that the following are not invention within the meaning of this act. Especially I am referring to section 3 subclause B, wherein it is stated an invention, the primary or intended use or the commercial exploitation of which could be contrary to public order or a morality, or which causes serious prejudice to human and animal or plant life or health or to the environment. Now what I am wanted to communicate here is that when we talk about assistive technologies meaning thereby the technology which are used by person with disability to function in a normal pattern because of that technology. Say for example, the hearing impairment device. A hearing impairment device is an assistive technology that can be beneficial for a person who is having a hearing impairment problems. So in that sense, that if an invention which is useful for a person with disability for a hearing impairment, so it may be covered under the invention. If it is commercially exploited, it will affect the crowd, a marginal crowd which is called as person with disability, may affect to their health issues, because of the patent it may have the excessive pricing wherein the person with disability may not have the access. So in that sense, it can be argued that this assistive technology cannot be considered as an invention within the meaning of this act. Even though if someone argue that what is the commercial exploitability and how you have gauged the commercial exploitability of that, then also we can argue that why not the government is, when they giving the in patents for assistive technology, then why not the government is taking initiative and the government is taking a compulsory licensing and subsidizing the products which are used for persons with disability. Now it is very crucial, because this assistive technology may be assistive, may be a technology for able-bodied person, but these are the basic needs for person with disability that must be kept into the mind when we will discussing and when we will be looking the things from the person with disability perspective. And I am exploring these horizon in my research, and because today is a World Disabled Day, when the entire world is celebrating this day, I just wanted to communicate and also put forth my certain arguments in favor of person with disability. Thank you very much for a patient listening, and I am very glad if you have certain points or suggestion which can help me to build my argument more vigorously, more based on the constitutional premises. So your suggestions are most welcome. Thank you very much for a patient listening.